What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/IDontWorkHereLady. This story's called, "No, Strange Angry Man, you cannot have my room key." So this literally just happened. I'm on mobile and hyped up since this just happened, so apologies for formatting and grammar. I'm in Vegas for the weekend with friends. I have work on Monday, so I'm flying out tonight, and my friends are staying one more night. We were in a big group, so we booked a 3-bedroom suite. It was 4 p.m., and I went back to my room to pack up and head to the airport for my 7 p.m. flight. When I get back to my room, there's this 40-ish-year-old dude banging loudly on the room next to mine. The cast is Butthole Dude and me. "Hey dude, what's up? You okay?"
"I lost my room key, my buddy's passed out."
"That sucks, but I'm sure the front desk can give you another key."
"I already tried that, but they won't give me my key because my name isn't on the room."
"Ouch, that sucks. Good luck." I unlock and enter my room to start packing. About 30 seconds later, there's now someone pounding on my door. I'm trying to pack, but I go answer. What a shocker, it's Butthole Dude. "Hey dude, what's up?"
"I know you're busy, but can you let me into my room? It's right next door."
"Huh?" Confused face.
"My room. Let me in my room. Mi habitación, por favor."
"What?" Even more confused face.
"Habla inglés."
"Of course I speak English. I was just talking to you in the hallway a couple minutes ago."
"So why won't you help me? You have to clean my room next, so why don't you let me in now instead of giving me a hard time?"
At this moment, I now realize that he thinks I'm housekeeping. "Oh, sorry dude, I can't help you. I don't work here, I'm just another guest." I start shutting the door. Butthole Dude sticks his foot in the door so I can't close it.
"Oh, okay, well, can I try your key then?"
"No, sorry, I don't have a master key, so my room key won't work on your door."
"Give me your key."
"No, I'm not giving my room key to a strange man, and it won't work on your room anyways. All it'll do is let you into my room, and I don't want you in my room."
"You never know, it might work. I'm desperate. Can I try it? Why can't you help me out?"
"No, you're a stranger. I'm not giving you my room key."
"Can I at least try it? You never know."
"It's not gonna work, and I'm definitely not going to give you my key. But if you take your foot out of my door, I'll go find my key and I can try it on your room." I'll admit, I really just wanted the dude to move his foot so I could close my door, and I had no intention of getting my room key to try it on his door, as I know it's not gonna work anyway, and this dude is being a total butthole, so I have no desire to help him. So I close the door and go back to packing. About 2 minutes later, the dude starts pounding on my door again. I ignore it and continue packing, but the guy just won't stop. After about 10 minutes, I just want to shut this guy up and get him to stop pounding on my door. So against my better judgment, I go find my key and figure I'll swipe it on his lock. He can see it won't work and he'll leave me alone. "Dude, this really isn't gonna work, but I'll try my key. Just please promise me you're gonna stop pounding on my door."
"Took you long enough. What were you doing in there?"
I ignore his question, go up to his door, and swipe my key. What a surprise! The lock blinks red and the key doesn't work. "See? My key doesn't work on your room. Now please, leave me alone." I turn to go back to my room.
"Try it again."
"It's not gonna work. Rooms are individually keyed at hotels." I dart around him, slip my key in the door, and manage to close the door before he can follow me in. Butthole Dude now goes back to slamming his fist on my door and is now yelling,
"You dumb freaking coder! Let me in! Let me in! Open the door, bench! Freaking open this door right now!"
At this point, I'm terrified. I call security from the room phone and they promise to send someone up. I finish packing while the banging and screaming continues. Luckily, the 3-bedroom suites are 2 stories, so after I finished packing, I went downstairs in the room and I was able to escape from the downstairs entrance without Butthole Dude seeing me. I'm now in a car headed to the airport and my friends are headed back to the room. Hopefully, security has gotten rid of him by now. Sorry I don't have a better resolution or any details for you all, but I'll update this if I hear anything from my friends. You know what they should do at hotels? This is a really bad idea. But like, around the peephole, there should be a little spritzer, like a little spray thing. You know those automatic air fresheners that spray every set amount of time? Well, instead of air freshener, it's mace. So if someone's harassing you at your door, you can just be like, "Ooh, spicy eyes." They get the spicy eyes. This story is called, "I Don't Work Here and I Don't Like Being Touched." Hello, I am a male rando who has a story to tell. So, when I go shopping, I always have headphones in and am either on the phone with my girlfriend about groceries or listening to music. This time, I was listening to a podcast, not important, but if you must know, it's the Misfits podcast. Something about myself is that I am 5'11" to 6 feet, so I usually get asked to help people get things off the shelf. I actually had once joked about having a hat that said, "Yes, I can help you get that off the top shelf." Well, today, as I'm going through the store doing my thing, I get stopped and asked by these ladies. One is in her late 40s, the other very much older, I assume mother and daughter, to grab these very large water jugs that were, for some reason, on the top shelf. Without hesitation, I get them. They thank me and then ask if I know about something else to be in stock, and I told them that I'm sorry, but I don't work here. I wear nothing but black almost every day of my life, and that just so happens to be the uniform there, so I don't ever get upset when I get confused for an employee. They apologize, and I go back to my cart. I could feel the presence behind me as I begin to walk away, that eerie feeling. Then that ominous noise of the throat clear, and I knew I had a Karen behind me. I turn around, thinking she was wanting me to get something from the top shelf. "Hi, did you need me to get something from the upper shelf?" I say with my customer service smile. She smacks her lips and rolls her eyes.
No, I want you to go in the back for me and get me some more of these.
She then holds up some cake mix box. "I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't actually work here."
Don't lie to me. You're in uniform and just help those Mexicans. The least you can do is help me get some cake for my church sale.
I think to myself, this really can't be real. "I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't work here. I just understand that I'm tall and I can reach the top shelf." I turn my body around, but I still have my face turned towards her as I go to finish speaking. "Have a good day." I then begin to walk off.
Hey, don't you walk away from me.
She grabs my arm and pulls me towards her.
You show respect to your elders,
she says as she's still gripping my arm. Something about me is that I have very, very little tolerance with people touching me without my permission, especially aggressive touching. "Ma'am, I'd advise letting me go," I say to her, my smile gone, and the lifeless cold look I give when I'm angry. She looks disgusted at me and raises her other hand, which looks like she is going to hit me.
Don't talk to—
I cut her off by grabbing her hand that she has a hold of me and began squeezing. I said, "Let go." She looked ghost white and backed away. "I do not work here, but I do believe the gentleman behind you does and can help you. Don't ever touch me or anyone else again." And I begin to go forward once more. I hear her scream at me that she is going to tell my manager, who is passing by to talk to the guy I had pointed out, and looks at me. "Sir, do you work here? I don't recognize you." I put on my smile again. "No, ma'am, I don't work here, but I can understand why you think that." And I begin walking to the checkout. She just went to the hard woman behind me who is screaming about me being fired and tries to calm her down. I check out and head my cart, and I notice a man about the same age as her just relaxing and having a cigarette, letting out alongside. "Long day, bud?"
No, not really, but some guy just pissed off my wife, and I'm glad that I don't have to go in to try and thank him for the long car ride home,"
he said with a smile and an obvious sarcastic tone. I chuckle a bit when I turn away to make the obvious face and wide-eyed look. "Guys, this is real. I was the water jugs." I'm kidding. I'm not accusing this story of being fake. Don't flip out at me. No, this is a funny story. You know, water jugs and old women. My two favorite elements of any literary piece. This story's called My Favorite Karen. Before I start, I should mention I am very new to Reddit. I've watched tons of videos from /start who I listen to on my jogs, and this happens to be my favorite subreddit he covers. Also, I technically did and didn't work at this job, if that makes sense. Sorry if it's not technically accurate to the subreddit. Anyways, let's begin, shall we? When I was 13, I had long hair, long eyelashes, and a very timid voice. A ton of people mistook me for a girl, so I used to be very isolated from people due to embarrassment. For the record, I only had long hair because I had terrible blood circulation, so staying warm was always an issue. Long hair helped. I shortened it at 15. When I was 16, I got my first job at a summer camp. Technically, it was just a camp because it was all year long, but the company disagreed. I only got a volunteering position as a camp counselor. This meant I don't technically work there, but I help out when the actual employees need it. As a camp counselor, I would set up the computers in the morning and get ready to greet the parents who would drop off their kids to play Minecraft. Yup, best camp. I had an occasional Karen mom who would try and do stuff like take a computer another kid was sitting at for her son because it looked look shinier. Obviously, she didn't know it was the oldest model we had. Tiny background. I loved computers and could even dismantle my laptop and reassemble it on my own at 15 years old. I only got this job because I brought my laptop into the interview to prove it in front of the owner. Let's just say they were very impressed. Anyways, that same Karen would actually walk into the building, which parents weren't actually supposed to do, and sit there for several hours. We wanted the kids to have fun without the pressure of having a parent watching. My manager, aka the owner, was a fan of letting kids run wild as long as they were safe. Parents kinda hinder that enthusiasm. No offense to any parents out there. This mom walked in and called me over. I came over with the speed of an elephant. Not very fast. She kept snapping her fingers and yelling, "Boy! Hey boy!" I technically snapped and told her, "Calm your booty hole." Yeah, I try not to swear in front of kids, but freaking hell, I'll do it in private. Sorry. I came over after finishing my setup and asked, "Can I help you?" She screeched so loud that my ears felt they'd shatter.
How dare you take so long, you dumb brat! You were slower than my husband!
Let me just point out, I finally get that was supposed to be a sex joke. I was too innocent back then to realize. I apologized and started to walk away, almost forgetting she needed something. Obviously, it wasn't important because she never called me over for it again. A few minutes later, she screamed, "Boy! Boy! Boy!" I responded with, "Shut up!" To which she looked shocked. I walked over and was done with her BS, so I pulled up a picture on my phone to silence her. It was me with long hair and a feminine figure. I told her the best lie I've ever told. "I'm a girl, so shut up!" She smiled and said, "How cute! You actually look like me when I was younger." I cringed so hard. Nobody wants to be told they look like a hellspawn. Anyways, it turns out she was sexist against men. I told her I didn't work there and her attitude made me want to quit. If she wanted something, she needed to ask, not scream. I didn't technically work there, but I helped 3 days a week for about 12 hours total. She never apologized, but told the owner to give the young lady a job. Let's just say the owner kept my secret for a small fee of babysitting his son. Technically, I offered, but it still felt like blackmail. Haha! I actually got hired for a few dollars more than minimum wage. Probably because I got the Karen off my boss's back and saved him time. Time is money after all. In the end, she treated all the employees much better after a while, but I never did get a chance to tell her I was a guy before I eventually left. That would have been epic. Side note, this Karen is my favorite Karen out of dozens I've personally dealt with for one reason. She chose to try and change. Not gonna lie, I was losing faith in humanity after the Super Bowl commercials that year, so this gave me a glimmer of hope. Plus, she was gullible. That's a bonus. This is a funny story. Well, this guy, he did the right thing, I guess. This story's called "Today I Floobity Doobity Dup by Marrying My Cousin." Oh, I've been there, buddy. Obligatory first-time poster, and English is not my first language, be kind. This happened Friday/yesterday, and I feel the urgent need to share it with somebody, so probably you folks will like it. I met the love of my life in 2013 at a board game evening with some friends from university. We first operated greatly together while playing Risk, until she betrayed me in the worst possible moment, when she afterwards successfully argued to get me killed in werewolves for 3 times in a row. I just knew that she was the right one. After finishing our studies, we moved in together and decided to get married last year. Now, it's important to note that I'm from the upper north of our country while she is from the south. Also, both families are kinda shattered between several federal states, so occasions to meet each other's extended family are few and far between, and our parents only met each other 2 times before our wedding. The wedding itself took place on Friday. The formalities at the registry office, followed by a reception, dinner, and party afterwards. We placed our grandmothers, 2 lovely widowed ladies in their mid-80s, together at a table, and they apparently hit it off, chatting and laughing the whole time. However, at some point, we realized that they were getting more serious and started to send us worried looks. But honestly, at our wedding, we were too busy to really care about it. Party continued, we had a blast and got blasted. Probably entertained the whole neighborhood with our wedding night and met the remaining guests for a late breakfast yesterday. All in all, a great wedding. Until our mother sent us both down in private for probably the most awkward conversation in my life. During the dinner, our grandmothers came to an unexpected finding. They are cousins. I married my own distant cousin. Apparently, our grandma's fathers, our great-grandfathers, were brothers, but estranged themselves over a failed business and political views. Shortly after World War II, both had very few relatives, and with a few moves and general post-war chaos, the contact was basically cut off. Both married, founded families, which grew and had no idea about the relatives from the other side of the country. Until Friday. They realized when they found out that they grew up in the same city, and the other woman has the name of the once loved but long lost cousin. If calculated correctly, my wife and I are 12.5% blood related. Sadly, we are still not royalty. Okay, honestly, I don't think that's that much of a deal, really. People more related than that get married all the time, and obviously that's not really a justification, but honestly, 12.5%, I mean, everyone is at least a little related, so I honestly don't think that's that much of a problem. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.